It's not easy losing weight, but many women come to me after a breakup or while they're going through some sort of struggle with their significant others. And suddenly they're achieving real weight loss success once we get them started. It's not magic. It's fueled by really a powerful mindset shift that transform how they really approach their diet and also exercise mindset. And really, the big part of this change is tied with what we call the sexual marketplace value, or SMV. Many women in their early 20s often feel that their sexual marketplace value is at its peak, right? And they're influenced by their appearance and lifestyle choices. When you're in your 20s, you got many different options, but over time, in relationships, motherhood, and just life and responsibilities, this can impact your view on your own value. Now, this transformation aligns with the 3 key stages in mindset. Now, back to SMV for a second. One of the things that many women, when they're in their 20s and you have your options, a lot of them say like, oh, when I was in my 20s, look how I was. But when you get to your 40s and your 50s, a lot of things basically change. Them little big head kids, they, shape your entire body. So it's all about really getting into the right type of mindset. So the 3 keys in the stages of the right mindset to just get back to where you are is really past, present, and future. In the past, there's a lot of unresolved traumas that really shape your decisions in relationships. And in the present, you're either on a grind or you're feeling stagnant. But when you're looking towards the future, you have more of a 10x mindset. And that is really how, my goal is to really help my clients achieve is that 10x mindset. So workouts and the clarity and the appreciation for themselves, that really grows. And each time, they really see themselves and they start to reflect and they really start to fall in love with who they are after they realize everything that maybe a past partner took for granted. You know what I'm saying? When you're exercising, you're releasing certain chemical endorphins, you're listening to good music, you are really in your zone and you're loving yourself. You already have a good career. You already figured out that part. You've already went through school. Now you have to fall back in love with yourself, and you can't really demand that from someone else if you're not in love with your own self. So really, love is the highest form of understanding. So when my clients really find those things, that's how you really achieve success in the workouts and, the exercise. Because look, you can go to a gym, you can exercise, you can really find your lane with the trainer, you can go anywhere. But having the right type of mindset, that is what makes you successful than anything else, right? This journey isn't just for women, right, who are newly single or in a relationship. Some of my clients' relationships go through this transformation and they find their strengths while they're with their significant others. You find the sexy in yourself. Their partners may sense this change and sometimes even react by criticizing, and they start hating. I get the typical boyfriend that's like, oh, you messing with a trainer, how much you pay for him? I could train you myself. It's really about finding the right type of person that's going to help you, to really support you. And it's a powerful mindset shift. Mindset shift is all about making sure that you have a clear path in your mind. You take the 5 reasons why you want to do a thing and you set that down so that when the emotions and the things run out, because they do, training is an emotional thing. When you sign up for a gym, it's because of an emotional reason. So when you really look at the whole picture when it comes to really setting things up, you want to change things so that it works for you and it fits your actual narrative. And that's one of the things that it's all about. You have to shift. You find those 5 reasons of why you want to do the thing. And there's a couple of other things, but I'm giving you an example. You write down 5 reasons of why you want to do it. Then you take the top number 1 goal and we figure out exactly what can trigger you to make that fail. And then you take the second one and you do the same exact thing. You write down 2 things that can knock you off of your goal, and then you set up. So this way you can actually go through scenarios. They do this in the military all the time. when they're strategically, trying to invade another place, they go through all different scenarios and they figure out all of the enemy's defenses and what could happen. We need to do that ourselves. So like, that's the same thing. Like if you have meal prep issues, one of the things that, we do is we prepare ourselves for the week. But it's not really the week, it's the weekend. The weekend is really what kills us. We can structure ourselves throughout the entire week. On Sunday, we meal prep, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's not until Friday that food starts to run out, that meal prep food starts to run out. And then, all hell basically breaks loose. And then Friday and Saturday can literally knock off your next week. And that really can, mess you up. But getting back to the mindset, one of the things that we want to do is we want to change that mindset. We want to go from a fixed mindset, which is where you're stuck, right? We call that the broke mindset. And we want to turn it into a growth mindset, really breaking away those limitations and resetting those old beliefs and really rebuilding your self-worth from the ground up. That's how the fixed mindset basically is eliminated. And a lot of females feel stuck in believing that their circumstances or past really define them. We got to get out of that past. You know what I mean? Psychologically, that shift is really, really monumental in the success of you. And, the real reason why, I'm starting to really get into mindset is because for me, even as a business owner, my mindset has to really shift. And it's a really great experience for me to help my clients really shift their mindset. So like as a business owner, I have to shift my mindset. So I'm like, I can just do the cookie cutter, hey, you come in, you sign up, you work out, you leave. But where's the real intent? Like, I want to find out why this is an issue for you. A lot of men, it may not be relationship issues with them, or so they speak, or they think. A lot of times, a lot of my men, it's health reasons. You know what I'm saying? But for women, it's more of a psychological reason of why it's an issue. So we really get into the mindset shift. So this is for men and women, but predominantly women because majority of my clients are women. So I'm speaking to the ladies on this one. I'll get back to you guys, on the next one, right? That shift is more of a natural thing with women, right? And it really seems like women have a real incredible capacity for the type of resilience and self-reflection. Like it's really easy to just be like, hey, look, this is the situation. This is what we have to do. And this is what needs to change. Once I have a complete understanding of the full picture, okay, you have, a husband or you guys may be going through divorce. Hey, look, why don't you guys, deal with counseling? Are you seeing a therapist? When you have those things that can basically, those tools, that can really help you change. And that mindset can really go from a broke mindset, because really what we do oftentimes in our relationship is we subconsciously just let ourselves go. And then you can see it in the physical. We don't like ourselves, and it reflects how we look in our bodies. And if we want that promotion, if we want to be serious, we have to be at our tip-top shape. Our bodies are our temples. So we have to treat it that way. So changing and shifting that mindset, really that allows you to tap into your natural ability to really reset and rebuild and embrace a more healthier approach in fitness and self-confidence. That all goes hand in hand. Building a foundation with nutrition and exercise is really one of the keys that I basically do. Knowledge is the basic foundation. And when we build, we move into nutrition and exercise. And that is really the simple key, because anybody can do an exercise. But once you really figure out what the mindset is, that right there will allow you to really get towards your goals. So true success really comes from having the right type of coach that knows you and who really understands who you are in your journey. And I'll say one thing, a lot of times where if you would have ever worked it with a personal trainer in a big box gym, you may have developed that great relationship with them. And one of the biggest issues is the simple fact that most personal trainers, you may pay $55 per session, but the gym pays that person $12 out of that $55. So he or she is counting your money, which means that trainer may not be at that gym for long. So they may have a disgruntledness So they're talking to you, you're developing, you're building up a relationship, you're getting in shape, but then that person suddenly leaves, and then that also knocks you off. I get a lot of people like that, and that really is one of the biggest issues. So don't necessarily rely on a coach, rely on the program. Me, I'm the program. My clients, I don't have them rely on my actual trainers, right? I want you to rely on a program. So align yourself with the program, a group, a community. And now, right now, with everything shifting, with our economy, with things going on in our country, we need to really focus on community and really dealing with like-minded individuals that really have our best interests at heart. And that right there is basically the key. So if you're going through a breakup, or if you're striving to, really look your best, if you are, in a relationship where you feel like it's not going anywhere because that person is not hearing you, there's definitely steps that you have to do. I'm not the person that's qualified for that. But what I will say is that when you look your best, you bring out the best in other people. And people start acting right when you look your best, because they know that you have choices. And when you show a person that you are desirable to the other person, the opposite sex, guess what happens? That person starts to act right. So really simply aiming to feel amazing every single day should be your number one goal. And I want you to take the holistic approach to things. So vanity or not, right? Feeling good in your skin is really about what the goal is. And that is what you should actually, strive for. So I really want you guys to really find out what your goals are and leave it in the comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I really want to help you guys really come up with what it is for this upcoming year. Okay, so comment on this video, share this video. Thank you for your time.